welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel, guys, because before this game we were all asking, are Barca back? Are we going to be able to sustain this improvement? Can we continue to make strides forward? We have our answer. Absolutely no, they can't. They're not back. It's a disaster. Girona 4, Barca 2. And what we saw in the second half, honestly, it was absolutely baffling. We're going to be talking about it all, so let's do it. And a quick reminder, guys, just if you are interested there in downloading the SofaScore app using the link in the description, that is a big help to me here on the channel, and especially on a night like tonight, it really does help give me the will to live, because actually, I would go over on SofaScore, check out the average positions of this game, especially in the second half, if you want a really good laugh at exactly how this team was shaping up. But let's start at the beginning. Let's start with the lineup, because Xavi there, unchanged. It's what we wanted. It's what we asked for there. The team that beat Atletico Madrid started this game. Araujo there playing as the centre-back, Koundé as the right-back, and there was an early shout in the game for handball on Eric Garcia, a familiar face in Eric Garcia, who, by the way, played very well today. But I think he was saved by the way that he was doing everything in his power to get that arm behind his back. So Barca did not get a penalty, but we started the game pretty well. We were creating chances there. We were putting pressure on Girona. Lots of nearly moments in attack. Nothing too concrete, but we were putting the pressure on. But as we so often see with this team, no matter how well we're playing, no matter how many shots we're getting away, how much we look like scoring, it takes one moment, doesn't it, from the opposition to hurt us. And that's what we saw from Girona. It is one ball. Look how high our line is. There's no protection there. Araujo, Christensen, one ball straight through Barca, and suddenly they're in. And it's easy once they get in the final third there. Ball across the box, and Dovbyk just puts it in the net. And I've got to say there, the Girona number 9, he was a brilliant player. The way that he moved there, he's such a big guy, but he was an incredible mover. Caused us all end of problems today, and even causing Araujo problems too, which is very rare, but Barca did respond. We got back in the game. We got our heads up. We kept moving forward. Lewandowski there getting on the score sheet, whipped in by Rafinha from the corner. Lewandowski and Araujo both climbing for the ball, but Lewandowski gets there in the end. Good power on the header, and we're back in the game at 1-1. But we never built on that. We were never able to feel control in this game. Girona were always a threat, especially on the counter-attack. And you see here, many times in the game, they were able to get shots away. You look at the one here, even Araujo is closing down his man, but Girona still cause us problems. And I think after that, actually, Araujo felt as though his mask was limiting him, that he wasn't playing well with the mask on, and he actually chose to take off his protective face mask there, playing the rest of the game, and still putting his body on the line despite that problem with his cheekbone. But there was a big chance for Barca on the half-an-hour mark, and it came here to João Cancelo, because he does really well to cut back inside, opens up the chance, but should he square it, guys? In that position there, he's got the goal to aim at, of course, but Lewandowski is screaming for the ball. He wants it to be played back to him. Cancelo doesn't take that option. He goes for goal himself with power, but the goalkeeper is able to save it. But then we move on to Miguel Gutierrez, the left-back there at Girona, who is playing much higher up and also in central areas at times. How many problems did he cause us today? He was all over Barca, and many times there, we were given warning signs. He was having shots at goal. There was one there that flashed across our goal, and yet we did nothing. It wasn't as though he's a danger man. We've got to stop him. We have to do something here to stop the threat of Girona. We just let it happen, and we kept letting it happen. Look here how far we allow him to go without any pressure on him, without any contact there. We allow him to take touch after touch after touch to make his way up the field until eventually he gets in the box. Once he's in there, he smashes the ball in, and Girona have the lead. How on earth, in a team there of top quality players, can we allow this to happen? It is an absolute joke there. I think the finish, I've got to say, from Miguel Gutierrez, brilliant finish. I think he completely deceives Iñaki Peña. He goes with the outside of his foot. Nobody expected that there into the near post top corner. Wonderful goal, but not good from a Barca point of view there. We were far too open at the back. I think Girona got their tactics absolutely spot on, and going into half time, the alarm bells, they were ringing. Now, the second half for me, guys, was one of utter frustration all around, because it actually started there with a free kick on the edge of the box. Barca by this point, and the fans were getting very, very uneasy about the way the game was going, and Lewandowski and Rafinha were stood over that free kick there, and it almost looked as though Rafinha just jumped on it. He wasn't supposed to take it maybe, but he took it anyway, and obviously it went high and wide over the bar, and after that moment, Lewandowski absolutely raging there with Rafinha. He was throwing up his arms, he was gesturing over to the bench almost to say, that's not what we agreed on, and I thought there were so many very frustrating moments, not only just for Lewandowski, he had of course one at the end that we're all going to talk about, but also Rafinha today. How many times did he get in the final third? He's in space, he's got a good chance, he's got an opportunity, and yet nothing comes of it. The final touch is always terrible. The first touch at times lets him down. How many times today did we see that? And it is so frustrating to see happen over and over and over again. I think that's why midway through this game, Xavi tried to change things. Now, coming on, he had Lamine Yamal, he had Ferran Torres, he had Alejandro Balde. Now, Ferran came on for Rafinha, Yamal came on for João Felix, and then Christensen went off so that Balde could come on. But my big question to you here today, guys, is where on earth was Balde supposed to be playing? And what on earth was the plan from Xavi? Because you look at it right here, this was actually in possession of the ball. When Barca were going forward, it looked as though Balde was more advanced than Cancelo. He was also on the left-hand side, but so as well was Ferran Torres. So did Xavi there intentionally, yes, overload the left side, but 3 players all in a line? Is that necessary? Is that the most effective way here to use your team? It just looked like a panic move that we didn't really know what we were doing, but just get the players out there. Because then, even more incredibly, when we didn't have the ball, this was how we set up. Balde, the centre-back, alongside Araujo, with Cancelo on the left, Koundé on the right-hand side. What on earth is going on? What on earth are we doing? How is that the setup? How is that supposed to be the plan in this game? I don't understand it at all there. Why don't you just put Balde on the right, Koundé at centre-back? And if you don't want to do that, swap them around, put Cancelo back over to the right, Balde on the left. We don't want Balde at centre-back. And then in possession as well. It just made no sense at all. He didn't play well. And it's not really a surprise, given that it really didn't make any sense at all. And there were chances, though, for Barca still. I thought Ferran made an impact when he came on. There was a chance there in the box for Gundogan. He was playing more advanced as the game went on. He gets a shot away. It just goes wide in the end. But we still had no control. At no point in this game did we have control over Girona. We kept giving them chances. We kept giving them an outlet. Look at this goal, guys. Look at their third goal. Again, one ball. One long ball. Araujo beaten in the air. That's a surprise by Stuani, who just come on as well. Girona made brilliant substitutions. And then the attempt of a tackle. And I say the attempt because this is not a tackle. Koundé doesn't even commit to that. It's so half-hearted. It is so weak. He gets nowhere near it, and Girona are in, and they score again. They were clinical in front of goal. That's something that we definitely weren't today, and we were 3-1 down. And we were starting to hear then, guys, inside our own stadium again, how does this keep happening? Ole chants from Girona fans. So much noise, so much support for them. It was embarrassing to be down 3-1, to be playing like this. They really did take us to the cleaners, and Gundogan did get one back, and it was a very well taken goal. And like I say, when he was more advanced, he was more dangerous. We should see him in these positions much more often. And yes, Lewandowski had a chance, by the way, even at 3-2, an opportunity to tie the game. And he did the same as he did last week from the header against Atletico Madrid, whereby the ball comes in, he gets it so badly wrong. It's not just a miss, it's not just mistiming it, it's almost as though he didn't know how to head a ball. But I know he can, he did it well in the first half, but this one, he gets it all wrong, and there's no excuses today, guys. There's no way that we can say, oh well, we didn't deserve to lose this game, you know, we're unlucky, we don't finish our chances. At the end of the day, Girona shouldn't be doing this against Barca. They today played outstandingly well. Michel outcoached Xavi. It's as simple as that. The tactics from the first minute were better in favour of Girona. The subs were far better. Michel impacted the game positively for his team. Xavi only impacted it negatively. And what we see right now, as a result of all of this, is Barca in a terrible position. We may have beaten Atletico Madrid last week, but all of that good work now, we've wiped it out in one night. Atleti now are back above us, with a game in hand too, by the way. Real Madrid have extended their lead over us by a point, and we now find ourselves 7. Yes, 7 points behind Girona. We are closer to dropping out of the Champions League places than we are to the top of the league. That cannot happen at this club. That cannot be allowed to be accepted. This is not good enough. And Barça have done what we feared, what we didn't want them to do. They took one step forward last week, and now it's at least 2 steps back. And I really want to know your thoughts, guys, tonight, on the performance, on the individuals, on the coaching, on what we've done wrong, what is happening right now at Barça. It's so frustrating. It is so annoying there. We so desperately want this team to actually take the initiative, to be a good team, to play well consistently. Is it really that much to ask for? I mean, obviously it is, because we are simply not seeing it. And just let me know, guys, in the comments down below. Let me know your feelings. Let's vent. Let's go over it all right here. That's what it's all about. And thank you indeed, guys. Like I say, for those of you who do download the SofaScore app, it's helpful for me on a night like this especially, and I will see you all soon. The videos will keep on coming, even despite a very, very frustrating Barcelona team. I will catch you soon, guys. Thank you, though, for tuning in. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.